All right, Brok, man, it's good to get you back on. You know, the last time we spoke, you were supposed to make your UFC debut. That didn't happen. I want to talk a little bit about that. Last October, lots of speculations and accusations came out when it got canceled. Before the actual truth came out, was it very difficult to kind of not talk about the situation?
Yeah. Um, Social media wise, my manager and the UFC, Jeff Shavinci and Donna Magaloni both told me to keep it on the hush until they get the test back from Germany and and see exactly what's going on with me while my testosterone come back high as it did, 5.5/1. So family and friends around here and stuff. And they come at me. I was like, bro, y'all know I ain't on steroids. Come on, like we know who's on steroids. It ain't me. And yeah, so I mean, social media wise, I got a lot of burn, and I had called Sean Shelby, like a couple of days after, they was telling me what was going on, and my test had to get sent off, and it would take 2 or 3 weeks to get back. And I called Sean, he answered, and I was like, "Yo, Sean, man, just tell me what's up, what's going on? Like, what have I so-called popped for, man? I don't take nothing, He's like, "Man, you haven't popped for anything." He's like, "You're just on a marker. Your test popped up." Anyways, called Sean, "Yo, man, what's up? What's going on with me? What have I so-called popped for?" He's like, "Man, you haven't popped for anything. That's if you'd have popped for something, we would have released it right when it happened that Friday. It'd have been blew up on social media. Here it is, a Monday, nothing's popped out. You just can't fight until we find out what's going on with you." He's like, maybe it could be a tainted supplement you're taking. I was taking like some joint medicine and stuff, and I had got some shots to get a root canal done in my mouth a couple of days before you saw that test to me, August 31st. But that was all just numbing stuff. So I'm like, man, maybe that got mixed up or something. And Sean was like, man, you got to watch out whose house you eating, who's cooking your food. You never know who's a hater. You never know what they just putting in their food, So all of that was playing in my head, man. Just kind of like, I'm just trying to backtrack and just see what's going on. And he was like, man, it's going to take 2 or 3 weeks for this test to get back from Germany. I'm like, man, I can't wait. I can't wait that long. Like, dude, everybody's going to give me some burn. He's like, hey, man, this is just part of the game. You're going to get some burn. He's like, just suck it up and let's just get through it. I said, man, really can't do nothing. So, man, I really just, I'm strong in my faith, and I gave it all to God, and, prayed 10 times more. And, man, one day, 3 weeks later, like they said, they called me, and Jeff texted me, and Donna texted me, and they had me in a group message. They was like, hey, yo, Brock, your test finally come in, man. You're just a freak of nature, man. You're genetically got high testosterone. It's very, very rare. And we're telling Sean right now, and we're going to get you a fight. I said, man, bet. I tried to tell y'all, but y'all ain't have to send it all to Germany. You have to do all that. I try to tell you, people down here, it must be something in our water. We drinking that Space Jam water.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know, man. But yeah, it was crazy. Something always before my fights, man. Some delays, some backouts, and it's just more to add to the story, man. More icing on the cake when I finally do get in there and do my thing and start this whole legacy off in the UFC. So it's just more beef, and now here we are, almost again 1 week out. Last time it was a week out, they pulled me off.
Mm-hmm.
Friday I make a week out from weigh in. So fingers crossed. I ain't getting my hopes up like I always did. I'll get my hopes up when I'm making that walk, when my song comes on and them lights come on, and I'll say, all right, I'm running to this cage. You ain't stopping me now, So, yeah.
But where does that come from? They say it's genetics, man. Where do you think it comes from? You think it comes from, the native background? Where does that? You said you were part lions and tigers and all that, so.
I mean, Man, the thing around here, my people are Moabs. Reason we're a state recognized tribe because a lot of people say we're real mixed with other tribes, and we're mixed with black and white, and a lot of people call us mutts around here. I mean, you could really, yeah, we're Native Americans. We rep the Native American heritage, and but I mean, if you really know my people, you really know we got our own look and we got our own ways, and we could really be our own race, our own little small race, and man, people around here just I wouldn't be surprised if we went and tested 10 of my other boys and all of them come back with high testosterone. We all act alike, we all look alike, we all love to fight, we all got high testosterone ways, characteristics. So, and yeah, I mean, Jeff said, man, we've never really tested too many Native Americans, maybe like one or two. And he said every now and then an African would come back with high, and usually white people and Asian people have a normal or low testosterone rate. So we haven't really tested your kind. So, that's what they said it could have been, and that's what it is. So, yeah, I mean, we out here, man. We're probably part lion, a little bit of bear, got some wolf in us, man. Got some hound dog in us. We all mixed up.
No doubt, man. Yeah, after when you uploaded that video, and you revealed like what actually happened, you said you wanted to get back in there December, but now we're sitting in February. What happened, man?
Man, I don't know. They said they was gonna put me on the soonest card, but the UFC's all about hype. I'm all about hype. I think they really like me from the contender. They like my charisma. They like the energy I brung. So I'm thinking they wanting to build me, and maybe in December it just wasn't the right atmosphere that they wanted me on. There was a lot of real stacked cards in December and January. I actually was thinking I could get out on that Connor card, and we was kind of shooting towards that, and I was kind of hearing that I was going to be on that card, but it never happened. And come to find out, reason it never happened because they want to put. I mean, look, when I was fighting Thomas Gifford, they had me as the featured bout of the night, right? All right, that's my UFC debut against an 0-1 guy that nobody really no junk to Thomas Gifford. I like Thomas Gifford, actually. Become friends with him after we decided we weren't even gonna fight, but no junk to him. But you could tell that they were wanting to build me. Like who has ever been put featured bout of the night for the UFC debut, against an 0-1 guy? I don't know. Maybe you can name some. I don't know nobody. So obviously they like me. They're trying to build me. And then soon as I got dropped from the card, they put Mike Davis in there. Mike Davis is a great fighter, but then they threw them all the way in the prelims. Mm-hmm. They wasn't trying to build them guys. They was trying to build me. So, and that was a good card to build me on because it wasn't it was Joanna as the main event. Joanna's a big name, but it's a women fight. Like I would have got seen probably more than Joanna would have got seen. Because Mike got seen on that. Mike, got in there and done his business on Thomas, and now Mike has got a lot of hype just from that slaughter, just about it. So they were trying to build me, man, and so these cards in December, there's some stacked cards, 3 title fights in one card. Then they had the Conor card. Nobody even got, I don't even know any other body that fought on the Conor card. I can't even remember. I'm thinking about it right now. Who fought on the Conor McGregor card? Conor McGregor and Cowboy. That's who fought on the Conor McGregor card, So if they'd have put me on that card, who would have remembered me fighting that night? Everybody's drunk and crazy and waiting for Cowboy to fight and Conor to fight. That people probably turned off their TV and turned it back on when, oh yeah, Conor's making the walk. They're wanting to put me on cards that ain't got big headlines, it ain't got big fights, so I could possibly be a superstar in that card. And it's smart. Okay, so now they put me in New Mexico. All right, what's in New Mexico? Yes, Mexicans, but the Apaches, the biggest Native American tribe with the biggest powwow out of all Native American history in the nation, the most savage, crazy, scapping tribe of all time, the Apaches are. And I'm fighting right next to their reservation, 30 minutes away from their reservation. Every Apache, I done had hundreds of Apaches hit me up on social media. Man, can't wait. Gonna be at your fight, man. We're stoked. So yeah, I'm fighting a Mexican in New Mexico, but New Mexico ain't Mexican. New Mexico has got some Mexicans. You got some Spanish people, but you also got a lot of Native Americans. They know I'm going to walk out with my headdress or my roach. They know I'm going to paint my face, and they know I'm going to get every one of them Indians to come buy that place out. They know that when I play my war drums and I come out to it, every one of them Indians are going to be – it's going to be like Connor fighting in Dublin, So they're building me, man. And they didn't put me as a featured battle on this card. They put a couple more names. Diego Sanchez, he has to fight New Mexico, and he has to be the featured bout because it's Diego Sanchez in New Mexico. He trains right there in Albuquerque. They got to do that for him. It'll be in super disrespect. But they also put me above Lando. They put me above Dotson, I think, or somebody. They put me above a couple other. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They put me above dudes that's done fought for the title, And I'm not trying to glorify myself, but I mean, they're smart. They're a business. They know what they're doing. And and I was waiting after January, and I was like, man, I ain't hearing nothing when I'm fighting. So I was itching. I got a manager. He's the greatest manager in the world, Abraham Kawa. First round manager. But Sean said anytime I ever needed something to text him. So I was like, hey Sean, when am I fighting? Oh, you on the February card, New Mexico, man. My bad. All right, bet. Started looking it up. Oh, New Mexico Apaches. Okay, yes. And it's a couple of weeks from their powwow too. So all other nations will be out there. So I mean, I like it. When I found out about it, it's another 8 weeks ahead. But hey, I flew out to Vegas, didn't get to fight, and had to wait eight more weeks to come back and fight Devin Smith. Ain't nothing I ain't never did. And I've already been waiting this long. I've already been waiting 13 years. So if I can wait 8 to 13 more weeks. So, yep.
Well, it's here, man. Next week, so it's all good, man. And you pointed out some big advantages for yourself. When you step into that arena, you got the native crowd just coming in. You said that they're gonna be out in force. It's almost like you're the main event. Do you feel that way?
I always feel like I'm the main event, man, because I've been fighting on main events and the regional shows for the last 5 years. I don't really, I fought the featured fight of the night on the Contender. I didn't even really watch the fight after me, even when, it's just, you have to, every fight, even when you're not the main, you the main event. This is you, and definitely if you got the crowd out there, the crowd's on your side, Corey Anderson and, I can't even pronounce that other guy's name, Block
Hyon.
or whatever. Yeah, Corey's a beast, but and he probably will fight Jones next if Jones, and Jones probably is going to beat Reyes. Corey's a good fighter, but he's not out there. He ain't got no fans out there, Hyon ain't got no fans out there. Diego is so yeah, me and Diego is like the main and co-main event out there. That's who people is coming to see, and that's a possible good future matchup for me. Diego, if he's still in it, if he stays in it for a couple more, maybe that could be my next fight, or maybe I could talk something into it or something. You never know, but you never know how the card's gonna play. You never know what the UFC's gonna do. But yeah. I always think I'm the main event, man, because I always feel like it's my show. When I come out, I'm a showsman. It's just what's gonna play into part. I gotta act like I gotta feed off everybody's energy. I gotta get in there, and then after my fight, usually my shins and elbows and arms are so hurt I don't even really watch the fights after mine.
It's been a few months. I'm pretty sure you've been training the whole time. I seen that you've been doing a little bit of traveling. Talk about the places you've been to and the people you've been training with.
Yeah, I've been keeping it. Regional over here at home. At Port City MMA and Mobile and Blake Slingy Boxing here, and traveled to Pensacola and trained in a couple places with my Remedy family and a couple other places. But my my manager and one of my best friends and promoters in the game, Dean Toole, wanted me to go try out American Top Team Coconut Creek. I lived down in Miami for 3 years, but I was at MMA Masters, which is kind of like American Top Team's rival down there. And I've always heard stories, good and bad stories, American Top Team fighters coming and going from the gym. And I had to go try it out myself, man. You know, and they got the top-notch guys in there right now. You know, they got Masvidal and Dustin, Barboza and Moicano and Dos Santos. I mean, the names, Joanna. I mean, the names is, the names is crazy, man. They got there, and so when I went there, I was like, man, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna see all these guys, but I'm gonna go try it out for a week. I went with my boy Jacob Kilburn. He's recently signed in the UFC and fought Billy Quarantino the other night, and we rented a place, man, and I rented it for 2 weeks. But when I went down there with the coaches, like, hey, man, you're in mid camp. We only just really want you to stay like a week, but after this, you can come do your camp here. We don't want to mess nothing up with your other coaches, but we'll let you try it out. So basically, I was like, all right. I had in my mind, I was like, I'm probably just gonna go a week anyway because I just want to see where I'm standing on the totem pole. I know that I trained at MMA Masters, a high level gym. I would win and lose in battles there, but I want to see where I've come since I've come back home for the last 2.5 years and been training with my old coaches and my new coaches and my training partners here. I want to see on the totem pole just where I am with these high level top 10 UFC fighters, and very, very humbling experience, like I thought it would be, but also I did a lot better than I thought I would do, and that's I like it, but I'm definitely gonna start the fight after this. I'm gonna make a trips back down there, and I really like the atmosphere. I like all the guys there, man. I love Brazilians. There's a lot of them there. They're real nice. Everybody was real nice, man. The coaches. I love King Mo. I love Dean Thomas. These dudes are hilarious, telling stories every day. King Mo was a big fan of me because I beat Devin Smith, his boy, in the fight. And as soon as I come in, he's like, hey, man, the shoe shiner guy, yeah, And so he was feeding off of me, giving me a lot of attention. And Dean, he loved me from Island Fights because he commentates the UFC Fight Passes there. And Conan didn't really know me at first, but then I think he probably went and looked me up and he saw and he liked me. So he gave me some attention and talked to me and really hit me up on the side and was like, hey, man, we really want you to come to your next camp here. He's actually going to be in New Mexico. He's like, I'll be in New Mexico if you need any. We got somebody fighting on the card. If you need any help, I'm there for you, just ask, and the jiu-jitsu coaches, the jiu-jitsu there is high level, but anytime you're going anywhere with some Brazilians, all Brazilians are black belts. So if anything an MMA fighter can ever improve, is always the grappling and wrestling. I am a high level striker. I have some of the best boxing MMA. I have went places and tested it, but I could always work on my grappling, and anybody could, a 10th stripe black belt can always work on their grappling. I mean, so it's a very humbling experience, like I said, and I'm glad to know where I am on the totem pole. Dustin Poirier, great guy, super good dude. Had like a 5-minute conversation with him after we got some rolls in. He's would love to get in there and get some more work with him, man. He's a very humbling guy. I got to get some work in with Violet Bob Ross. He had recently made a trip from AKA to American Top Team. Now he's there with American Top Team. And before I was fighting on Island Fights card, and Bob Ross was fighting his fight before last. He was on a podcast on Facebook, and I was playing around and called him out. And he was like, yeah, man, it'd be cool to fight Brok. I actually know Brok, and he said some good stuff about me, and it was all respect. So when I saw him and we saw each other in the gym, I was like, oh, I called him out. Last time I talked to him, I called him out. So I don't know how he's going to react. And then he looked at me, he's like, hey, what's up, man? And he come to me first, and try to shake my hand. I was like, man, I like this dude already. He's cool as crap. He just looks cool. He looks really like Bob Ross, but he's violent. And they partnered us up to spar right off the rip. Colton was like, hey, I want you to work with him. It was working out perfect because my opponent's southpaw and Pena's southpaw. So we got some real good sparring session in. We worked real good with each other. We fight similar. He's a little taller and a little longer than me. Real good work. I'm ready to get back down there and get some more working with them guys, man. After this fight, move my camper back down there and spend like 5 weeks there, 5 to maybe 7 weeks there before every fight, So, yeah, I like it, man. I like American Top Team. I could definitely make them part of my fight family.
Sounds like a plan, man. It's a perfect combination. You got your home coaches and you got the training partners down there, high level. Now coming up on this fight in Rio Rancho, what are you expecting out of yourself, man? Like, what kind of performance do you need to have? Because you said that everybody's going to be watching you and people are going to be there for you. What do you expect?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna fix what ain't broke. People like to see me fight because I'm all gas, no break. I'm coming wide open, bringing the pressure. I'm trying to bang. I'm trying to, I ain't got many knockouts on my record, maybe 4, I think, TKOs. I don't even think I got a KO. I ain't had a KO since amateur, but I got some TKOs. But if you watch me fight, I'm trying to knock you out every second. I mean, I ain't trying to lay on you. I ain't trying to. I'll get a takedown on you. That's my goal. Every round, I was like, I'm gonna bang, but if it goes longer than I think, I'm gonna get a takedown on you too. Because I'm an MMA fighter. I'm not just a boxer anymore. But start of every round, I'm trying to black your eyes. I'm trying to touch your chin. I'm trying to make you go to sleep. I'm trying to, and definitely in the UFC now they got these 50 extra G's bonuses. That's stars in my eyes, man. That's finna put a whole nother. Y'all probably gonna see a Brok Weaver y'all never seen. I mean, I have learned something. I mean, I'm really not bragging on myself, but I was telling my wife like, babe, I have just my striking is like improved so much from the Contenders fight. And she come watch me. She saw my head movement one day and she's like, oh my God, like you're moving great, like very better. Like my countering's on, my speed's on. I'm going back down to 55. So I haven't been down to 55 since I fought Felony 2 years ago in February. I've been fighting at 70. I'm explosive at 70. I'm strong at 70, but I'm comfortable at 70. Okay. When I go to 55, there's something that people don't understand. People's like, man, why you drop all that weight, man? Why you gonna do that, man? You look great at 70. Okay. Yeah, I look great at 70. I feel great at 70. But I'm eating pizza at 70. I'm not as focused at 70. I can get away with things at 70. I can make 70 in one day. One day, I ate a sushi buffet before I fought Devin Smith the night before weigh-ins. Woke up and sweated 10 pounds out. That's not focused. Yeah, I performed good. I did good. But what if I didn't? What if I didn't do all that? I could have finished him. Maybe I could have had that little bit more push. That little more that mental. When I make 55, say I do it like a construction job or like people work. When I fight at 170, I'm like working 4 days a week, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, 10 hours a day. When I'm fighting at 155, it's 7/12s. Sometimes 14. It's 7 days a week. It's overtime. I'm getting an overtime check at 155. I love to eat, and I'm a big 155. I walk around at 190. I started this cut at 190. Right now, like 173. And when I go to 55 and I get in that sauna and I sweat them last 5 or 6 pounds out, I'm dead, man. I'm hating life. It makes me hate my opponent for making me do this. So when I get in there and I get put in a position in the fight that will make most people break, like a mount or getting my back took and about choked out. If I pushed it out in that sauna and I sit out them last 15 minutes in that sauna that I just didn't know that I could, I didn't have it in me to do. And it's mental, man. If you break in that sauna, you'll break in the fight. But if you don't break in there, if you don't break in the weight cut, you got that extra push. And at 70, I haven't been put at that breaking point part. And I don't ever want to be put at that breaking point part because I was living my life too comfortable at 170. So I don't want to. I might break. I'm a man, you know. Your mind will play tricks on you. I might break. Who knows? But 155, I know I'm ready. I know I put the extra work in. I know I ran the extra 2 or 3 miles when I at 170 I didn't have to. I know I did the extra round. I know I sweated more. I know I ate better. My body's cleaner. My whole lifestyle's cleaner. You know, I'm just focused, man. And that's why y'all gonna see I haven't been back down to 55 in 2 years. So coming back, my first UFC fight, maybe my second UFC, I might fight at 170. Who knows? But this first one's got to be at 55. I got to suffer. I got to be mad. I got to be angry. I got to be focused. I can't be comfortable for this fight. There's nothing going to be comfortable about this fight. I'm going to altitude. My opponent been out there for 4 weeks. He's used to the altitude. I'm not used to that altitude. I'm going to be out there 4 days before. In that third round, I'm probably going to be struggling for breath. So if he gets to that third round, I got to be mentally strong to push past that, to get that extra push. And I believe I'm ready. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready for that fight of the night bonus. If he gives me that knockout, because I'm real fast right now, he could give me that knockout the first 10 seconds. I might do something like Conor and Cowboy tonight. I called it 45 seconds. Conor beat me by 40 seconds. I mean, he beat me by 5 seconds. He done it in 40. I called 45. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're crazy." Nah, I knew what he was gonna do. But you know, if he gets past the first minute with me, then it might be a war. I mean, but I'm coming to bang, man. You know, I'm coming wide open. There ain't no coming out feeling out this guy. There ain't no coming out, oh, I ain't used to the altitude. I'm gonna pace myself and pick my shots. Nah, I fight every round to gas myself out. Every round, at the end of every round, I ain't sitting in that chair. I stand up. But I want to be tired, because I know if I'm tired, you got to be tired, because you just fought at my pace, and my pace is it's a high pace, man. And I'm trying to get both of us tired, so whoever's got more heart is gonna win. And he's Mexican, and Mexicans have heart, but he's also a pretty boy, and I think I'm gonna break him. Devin was a pretty boy. I told you in the thing. So Devin, I don't think Devin's ever been in them deep waters. In that mid-second round, Devin let a break. He hung in there because, like I said, I didn't have that extra push in me because I was eating bad. I was comfortable in that fight camp. If I'd have been a little meaner, I could have finished Devin. But this time, anything can happen in the fight, man. It's 50-50. He could catch me. He's got power. He could catch me and knock me out. Who knows? But he's just gonna have to do it. And if he don't, I'm gonna be on him like white on rice.
All right, man. February 15th, UFC on ESPN Plus 25, Rio Rancho, New Mexico, USA. Brok Weaver makes his UFC debut. Appreciate the time, man. Always good chatting with you. Fun chats, and many more in the future, man, as you rise.
Yeah, man. Hit me up anytime. I'm always ready.